Well, both the Inyo and Mono County Sheriff's Departments have put out public information releases. Mono County on winter driving tips, and also Inyo County dealing with the freezing temperatures. You can check our website, sierrawave.net, for all of the information. Now, the Mono County Sheriff's Office reminding citizens and visitors to always be prepared for winter conditions, whether you're simply out and about in town or on foot or driving across the many roadways of Mono County. They suggest always having an emergency bag in your vehicle with extra food, water, warm clothing, and shoes, as well as emergency supplies just in case you're stuck in your vehicle for an unknown amount of time as you try to reach your intended destination due to hazardous weather conditions or road conditions. And remember, if you do get stuck in your vehicle, stay in your vehicle until help arrives, or you can safely continue on your journey. The press release notes that you should remember to take some extra time while traveling, slow down, and obey all chain control requirements, even those that are seasoned drivers on the Mono County roadways. You are asked to slow down also and take your time when driving on the snowy conditions. This ensures your safety and those traveling around you. Now, Mono County also utilizes what is known as the Code Red Emergency Alert System, and this is when a critical incident or emergency situation takes place within the county. Now, this system is a database of resident and citizen information for use only in critical and emergency situations to send critical communications from evacuation notices to hazardous weather alerts to missing children alerts. Now, your contact information remains private and is only used to contact you for community emergency communications. If you would like to register for the Mono County Code Red Emergency Alerts, you are asked to log on to monosheriff.org, and you'll want to go resources Code Red. And there is also a mobile app available for all Android and Apple phones. It is 2013 going on 2014. And a Bishop resident has put up a sign in the back of his truck on West Elm Street urging drivers to slow down. It's a slightly ominous message letting motorists know that they're on a quiet residential street brimming with people. Now, West Elm Street leads into and out of the Bishop Elementary School's complex, and well, sometimes parents may be a few minutes behind getting their kids to school, maybe even trying to get home a little faster, but the sign that is on Elm Street that resident Scott Patterson made gives a warning that slowing down would be a great idea. So as we say on the radio all the time, please give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going and always drive safely. Well, Southern California Edison has produced that fine short historical documentary film on the Agnew Tram located outside of June Lake. Southern California Edison notes that one of the goals of the project was to document this local history and share it with the local public, and we are happy to do that here on the Sierra Wave, and this is the final of 3 parts.
Angel's Flight inclines to nearly 60 degrees grade.
It's pretty steep. The Angel's Flight is just about halfway up. You go over it and it creek, and it was pretty high in the air, and just for some reason it just terrified me.
I often wondered what I was going to do if the cable broke, but there was nothing that you could do. You just rode it out or you jumped, one of the two. That's the choices you had.
At the top of the line, the Y switchback and new hoist house were added to the system in 1953.
And so we'll turn the switch and then pull up the roller, and the roller grabs the cable, and then once you activate the switch and when you bring the car back down, it just takes it off down that spur.
You unloaded everything at Agnew and you put it on a barge and you boated across Agnew and unloaded it onto a car and back up to Gem Lake. If you went to Gem Lake, you had to unload it twice.
This is where the second tram begins. This section, called the Gem Tram, covers 1,600 feet of single track and rises about 560 feet up to a hoist house at Gem Dam's southern end. Some 100 meters below the top, a steel frame trestle connects with a wood dock, where a path leads to a bunkhouse below Gem Dam.
We didn't have anything to do up there after the evenings, play poker or go fishing back at Clark Lakes or something like that. And that's when we were staying at Gem Lake in the bunkhouse. And there was a lot of characters. I guarantee you.
Everything went to Gem Lake or Agnew, went up the tramway, and just everything you could think of, from tours to heavy construction equipment, went up the tram. And it was that way from the beginning.
Not surprisingly, these trams have been continuously used throughout the past 100 years to maintain and repair the dams and their associated features.
And those pieces that we passed back up there by the overhead, you saw those pieces of rock? That one came down in 2007, landed right on the track, right in the middle of the track. Just missed the cable, and we had one day to get it. It took us 2 days. We broke it up, drilled it, and broke it up.
The tram is an integral piece of the Rush Creek hydroelectric system, allowing transportation of materials and labor necessary for construction and maintenance of the system. It's also a living history. The unique knowledge and skills necessary to operate the tram have been passed down through many generations. Operating an inclined tram is a dying art when faced with the modernization and automation of many hydroelectric systems today. Even with the upgrades that have occurred over its almost 100-year lifespan, the tram retains an historic feeling and provides a unique and historical experience to those lucky enough to ride the tram. It invokes a nostalgic feeling, as if they were back in time in the early 20th century, when big dreams and hard work built the infrastructure of this country.
Well, that's very cool. The Southern California Edison documentary on the Agnew tram outside of June Lake. I'm sure we'll be seeing that again here on Sierra Wave TV. We'll be back with a weather report.